chassis adjustment. Chris Buescher there in the middle. He said it was a little free on exit in the run, but then once he got the lead, he did not want any adjustments. The balance was good. Scott Graves saying, you're going to wait on me. You see them waiting on fuel, Marty.
Kim, just like Denny Hamlin predicted, they were outstanding on the long run, but he told Chris Gale, we can be even a little bit better. I could use just a little bit more grip, especially at the end. He leaves almost with the fuel can. That's going to be close, Steve. I'm not sure if it left the stall or not.
Yeah, drivers are trying to leave on the jack, and then it looks like he just kind of left on his own. So the big question mark for the 11 is where this fuel can's up. Look at this guy right here playing defense. The other pit crew member stops the can from sliding. The other issue is if it was still being fueled as the car goes up. Look, like this is not the gas man right here. The gas man's already dropped it. This is the front tire changer or carrier, and he's going to play a little defense. He's going to roll to that right rear quarter panel of the 11.
He gassed it up to get there. Look, contact, more contact. Oh my goodness.
On to that. Denny Hamlin going for a ride. And here they come by. Bubba Wallace trying to grab a spot. Chris Buescher is there.
What a battle. These guys, oh, we got to spin.
Noah Gregson, John Hunter Nemechek. A moment ago, they were racing for position, second yellow of the afternoon.
Somebody split them. Going wide open through there.
I saw that.
My God.
Flash.
Yeah, kind of scared me. The 42, man, good speed in practice yesterday. That's tough to see them having trouble today. In the middle groove is just going to get really, really loose. Oh, little snap right there, and then the back comes around. And below him, the 4 right there, Noah Gregson just loses his car trying to avoid. Luckily, the rest of the field gets by unscathed.
Lucky, because as you mentioned, a couple guys came through at speed. And talking about coming by at speed, Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, we have seen some battles over the years. Here, Larson just rolls to the outside of the 11. The 11 gets loose. I mean, chasing it up the track, out of the gas. That is a 185-mile-an-hour drift out of Denny Hamlin. No one happier than he saved it than Kyle Larson, because he had no chance. If an 11 was going around, he was going to take them all out. Let's listen into Larson.
Look out the windshield, Denny. Instead of the mirror.
Once I said they got a history, and it doesn't sound like the history's getting any smoother today.
You can't make the passes or clear to make the pass. Oh, that's tight right there.
There he goes up the track, Custer. And he turns Bowman into the outside wall. They clip Briscoe, the pole sitter.
Hard hit for the 48 of Bowman, head on into the outside wall.
Suarez also a part of this accident.
Yeah, 4 wide, and all of them kind of squeezing together like a funnel. He goes through, but the 2 makes contact with the 41 Cole Custer. It spins Cole around, the 48 head on into the wall, just a chain reaction there. Looked like the 35 wasn't quite aware that there were 4 wide. Herbst coming down the track slightly. Squeezed all these guys. You hate to wreck at the back of the field like that too. Just
Briscoe get it right there at the end. Just an absolute gigantic hit on the 48. But remember, Briscoe had that slow pit stop. We saw it live.
Yeah,
that's what had him back there. Look at this shot. Unbelievable. The amount of force, 3,500 pounds at 180 miles an hour. And then right through there, you're going to see Briscoe get turned a little bit and slide down to the left.
34, Todd Gilliland. Haven't said his name today. You talked about the 60 of Ryan Preece, and Gilliland has it get away from him. Wow.
24 shot the air off. Oh, we got a yellow. We got a car spun on the exit of 4.
Yep.
John Hunter, he was already in a wreck earlier with some damage.
Got a flat left rear tire. Looks like there's some damage to it. He's backed this car into the fence. Man, these restarts are wild. This race has been crazy.
Oh, it just comes
loose. He's had a handful trying to keep this car going in the right direction all day. That's frustrating. They'd had a really good stretch of races and some really good speed. Showed speed yesterday in practice. And Dillon, maybe have Blaney there out in front of him. Larson's going to try to squeeze the 10 up off the corner. 10 gets tight into the fence. Probably really upset about that.
Are big enough difference, right? Both cars have great clean air. If the tires matter, the 20 should be able to easily.
The 12 spinning on the pit road here.
Oh, Ryan Blaney, no caution yet. There it is.
And that was not an attempt to get to pit road. He actually got in the outside wall. His tire marks are way up the racetrack. I believe he got into the fence. Looks like just loses control of the car up into the wall. It's odd to see cars in the fence by themselves. We've seen it a couple times today. The 42 of John Hunter Nemechek and the 12 now of Blaney getting into the wall all by themselves. Just these cars are not all that comfortable late into the run.
Fifth caution of the afternoon for last week's winner, Ryan Blaney.
He told me earlier this week the caution comes out.
Caution number 7, Todd Gilliland has made hard contact.
Yeah, heavy damage. That is off the exit.
I hit the left rear really hard. I think it blew a left rear tire. I'm gonna try and drive here.
Oh, blew a left rear tire. I was wondering if this would show up. Trying to get more aggressive, top of your screen. Oh, I think this is gonna be a big spin.
Yeah, that's a left rear tire coming out from under the car there for that car to come around so quickly.
He had a decent day going, was 17th when it got away from him.
Yeah, for Tyler Reddick, said it took a while for the tires to come in. Balance is good to fire off. Billy Scott saying we're going to make sure we're packed full of fuel, but we are sending you on the jack. Middle, William Byron saying it got just a little bit tight on number to 2. Rudy Fuel saying you're going on me. Listen to me. Trevor.
Carson Osavar thinking his car got a little tight as the track cooled down. You'll see 4 tires, and he stops short in his box to try to be able to get out as the 51 comes into his stall.
He knows that the 6 is going to come around him. They have to either move the sign back or Reddick has to stop back. You have to control your opportunity. The 45 didn't. Almost got himself blocked in on this pit stop.